Oh, it's destroyed me. The last year's been a write-off, honestly. I think I wrote my first invoice this last week.
An exotic animal sanctuary owner in Manitoba is doing what he can to keep his animals fed as COVID-19 restrictions have totally destroyed his business.
We make money to take care of these animals, and without that, it's very difficult.
Steve Rempel owns and operates Prairie Exotics Animal Sanctuary. Birds, fish, snakes, and even alligators have been surrendered to Rempel from across Canada. He says sometimes it's a pet owner who didn't realize how big their pet would get. Other times, people buy animals and don't realize it's against their province's laws to own them. But Manitoba is less restrictive. Rempel says in most cases, if he couldn't take the animals in, they would be put down, which is how two massive Burmese pythons found their way to him.
So in this case, if these Burmese weren't able to get out of BC, they would have to be euthanized. So this was their last chance. So we gave them an opportunity to come here, and they get to now educate people on what's going on with them.
Before the pandemic, Rempel would tour the animals at daycares, elementary and high schools, or do demonstrations at parks and fairs to educate the public on responsible animal ownership. It also generated the money Rempel uses to pay his, on average, $1,500 a month heating and feeding bill to keep the animals alive. The money has dried up due to COVID closures, and now Rempel is seriously concerned about keeping the animals fed.
So in the process, we moved all the animals into our home. We did sell off some animals that could be sold. We adopted out and fostered out animals that could go to the public. But again, because of legalities, some of these animals can't go anywhere, so they are staying here. So they have to be kept and fed and taken care of.
One of those animals is an alligator named Littlefoot, who started to get big. The alligator's owner couldn't keep him any longer, so Rempel agreed to take him, and for the time being is keeping him in the basement while he converts a home on the property into a 1,200 square foot animal enclosure.
And he's going to be getting upgraded to about a 13.5 by 8 foot pond.
Rempel says with easing restrictions, he can now let up to 6 people from the same house enter the sanctuary. It's a drop in the financial bucket compared with previous years, he says, but every little bit helps. In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.